Hey, everybody, off the Mike Sports Network here. So big story in the NBA outside of the Boston Celtics, the defending champions, being down 3-1. Jason Tatum, their star, maybe suffering a significant injury. The big story to lead off the night was that the Dallas Mavericks, despite having less than a 2% chance of winning the NBA draft lottery, have the number one pick, have the rights to draft Cooper Flag after just 3 months ago trading away Luka Doncic in one of the most stunning NBA trades maybe ever, maybe one of the most stunning sports trades ever. And for the longest time, I always brushed off the concept of the NBA is rigged. Like, this goes back to the days of the officiating. If you guys remember back, all Sacramento Kings fans can cover their ears and don't talk about this. In 2002, the Lakers beat them in 7 games. Famously, the game 6, the Lakers had 1,000,000 free throws and had every opportunity to beat a Sacramento team that was better than the Lakers that year. And the Lakers ended up winning the NBA championship that season. Um, you've had countless draft lottery scenarios, like the Cavs got Kyrie Irving in 2011 after LeBron James left Cleveland. They actually won multiple draft lotteries. I think they won 3 draft lotteries in like the span of like 5 years. Um, when the Chris Paul trade went through, the Pelicans were able to get the rights to draft Anthony Davis. When Anthony Davis got traded away, the Pelicans then got the rights to draft Zion Williamson. Um, San Antonio, famously after losing a bunch of players, San Antonio was able to get Victor Wembanyama, although that wasn't really that much of a conspiracy. But then we get to this one, and this is almost too good to be true, because the Dallas Mavericks, and you could say, well, Mike, hey, a lot of things had to go against the Mavs in order to get to this spot. Yeah, and who knows? If maybe they wouldn't have been in the lottery and maybe they would have made the playoffs had Anthony Davis been healthy. But it's hard not to think that with the way things went, that something was cooking up here, because this almost seems like too ridiculously, you know, like it almost seems too good to be true, like I said, because the Mavs 3 months ago made an astonishingly bad trade. And yes, the Lakers didn't get out of the first round with Luka Doncic, and the Lakers were a deeply flawed team, but they're infinitely more interesting. The NBA ratings have gone up. The Mavs traded away a guy who still, not even a calendar year ago, took this team, the Dallas Mavericks, to the NBA Finals. And now the Mavericks in a month's time, are going to have their cornerstone of the future in Cooper Flag, who may be even a better player than Luka Doncic is right now, because he can play defense. He's taller. He's younger, and if you want to go to the in better shape. So look, I've never once subscribed to the league is rigged theory, but I was brushing this with my buddies, Andrew Marks and Danny Udelf, who are big Mavs fans. I was kind of sheepishly just like saying, yeah, hey, let's go win this one. Like, I hope you guys win it. And it was kind of like in the back of my mind, I was like, there's no way they're gonna do this. And then it happens in the most comically way possible, where they move up all the way from the bottom of the lottery, because remember, they were one of the play-in teams. So they, like I said, 2% chance, one of the lowest, the lowest chances of winning the draft lottery, and they get one of the best United States born prospects since Zion Williamson. When that happened, after the whole situation with Anthony Davis played out. So it's almost, and then if you want to go even further back, everybody thinks that in 1985, when Patrick Ewing was available, they rigged the draft lottery there. Like, it's always been something that's followed the NBA, but I've always kind of snickered at it, because, hey, there's no way in hell that they would be this ridiculous. But a lot of stuff that's been going on in the NBA lately has been really, really strange. Really, really strange. Some of it's just, hey, sheer luck, and, sheer dumb things have happened, like the Cavs losing a massive lead in the latter portions of this. Like, looks like Boston, barring some insane comeback, the surefire Cavs Celtics Eastern Conference Finals, two of the title favorites are going to be, like, two of the top 3 title favorites are going to, heading into the playoffs, are going to be knocked out, which is just bizarre to even fathom. The Knicks have become like a likable franchise, and, like, likable organization. Like, there's just been weird stuff. And then the Lakers getting Luka in the most random way possible, middle of the night. Nobody knew about it. And And then in a stunning development, 3 months later, they're instantly moving on. Like Nico Harrison went from hero to zero, from zero to hero, and it was like he was Hercules back in the old Disney movie in 1997, from zero to hero. Like for those of you Disney fans who can pick up on that one, but it's just like holy shit, you just don't see stuff like this, and it's just so much of a coincidence that it's hard not to think that this league is a little bit rigged, and the league is like kind of turning into a little bit of a reality show with, and it's almost in a little ways like pro wrestling. It's hard not to think that, the NBA is kind of like pro wrestling and kind of rigged and kind of, predetermined a little bit. Like, obviously, the outcomes of the actual games are not predetermined, but seeing how some of these outcomes in the lottery have played out recently and just like, yeah, hey, Dallas Mavericks was one of the dumbest trades of all time. And now all of a sudden, hey, pie in the sky thing that everybody had talked about when this happens. Like, hey, I hope they get Cooper. What if the Mavs got Cooper Flag? They got Cooper Flag. I don't think that's luck, man. It's something's fishy, man. So, um, anyway, we'll see, man. But they're gonna get Cooper Flag. Like it's definite. Like they're not trading the pick. They're taking the guy. And on some level, like I don't know if you like I don't know if you subscribe to the conspiracy theory that there was a handshake deal because a lot of things had to go wrong, but this is very pro wrestling to me. It's weird. All right. Well, anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon. Bye bye.